It's not official yet. The meteorologists over at the National Weather Service believe that this will be the hottest summer ever recorded in Phoenix, beating last year's record by a couple degrees. So let's show you some of the stats. Our average 99.2 degrees, when you factor in the high and the low every day, that's actually more than 2 degrees above last year's average. We've already hit 110 or hotter 50 days this year. We've had 35 mornings in the 90s, so just no relief in sight in those morning hours, and 85 straight days over 100. So to talk more about the significance of this and what it means for the future, we've got state climatologist Erin Ann Stoffel joining us this morning via Zoom. Good morning, Erin Ann, and thanks for being here.
Hi, Kylie. Thanks for having me.
So when we talk about the statistics that I just laid out, what stands out most to you?
Well, we can't forget June. When we look at the summer and we look at things heating up, June was really, really hot. It was the hottest June on record that we experienced here statewide. And then looking at statewide temperatures, it's more than just what's going on with Phoenix. So we need to keep people safe across the state.
So Erin Ann, what stands out as far as, is this the new normal? Are we going to be breaking records every summer? Because last year we broke a record and it looks like we're going to be breaking a record again this summer.
You know, that's a great question. When we look at these kinds of things, as a climatologist, we count those numbers. How many do we have? Has it happened before? Once it happens, for example, the first time that we had 110-degree days in Phoenix over 50 days, so let me say that again. So the first time that we had 50 days over 110 degrees, that was a big deal. That happened in 2020. Last year, 2023, we had 55 days of 110 degrees or higher. And it looks like we're heading to that level. The other thing that we look at are the nighttime temperatures in Phoenix. Are we cooling off more than 90 degrees? And so that keeps going up. So as you mentioned, we had 35 days that didn't cool off below 90 degrees. We may make that a record today. If we don't cool off below 90 degrees today, that's going to be day number 36.
How concerning is it for you? You're the state climatologist when you look at what we have seen and you look at the trends for 30, 40, 50 years. I mean, at what point is Phoenix potentially going to be unlivable during the summer?
Really what we're seeing are not that those numbers are getting more extreme, but they're just happening more often. And so we need to keep people safe. We need to help people understand what kind of the kind of situation that they're living in, helping people like the folks that are coming into town for school. We want to make sure that everyone's aware of kind of the conditions that we're all dealing with.
What do you think needs to be done? Like, let's say in downtown Phoenix, we've got that urban heat island impact as far as shade, and what things are you advising folks to put in and to do to hopefully get some relief in downtown and in those areas where we see all of that pavement?
Yes, we're doing a lot of research on the urban heat island. And what that means is the sunlight comes in and it just stays in the pavement and the parking lot, and then it's released at night. It's like a solar oven at night. It keeps us hot at night. And it's not just Phoenix. Last year, we looked at Sedona to see where their urban heat island. So it happens all across the state, and we just want people to be safe. One of the best things that folks can do is to block some of that sunlight in the first place. And so that happens with putting trees out, or even that white color material. If you paint your roof white, that gets the sunlight bouncing back out, and it won't be stored in your house. So those are great kinds of ways to kind of keep cool.
Erin Ann, we appreciate you joining us again, giving your perspective. You study the numbers every day. State climatologist, thanks for joining us via Zoom. We appreciate it.
Thanks for keeping people safe.
That's what we do here on Good Morning Arizona. Tess, we're going to send it over to you. But again, if you've been talking about it being so hot, you are not seeing things. Hottest summer likely on record here in the Valley.